Loaded show ahead here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. We are talking all about trade rumors today. Jahan Dotson, could he be on his way to Kansas City? What about Treylon Burks? Will Brett Veach be making a move to bring in one of these trade block wide receivers before the season starts? We'll dissect both of those new Kansas City trade rumors coming up in just a moment. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. If you want the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl again, I need you to like today's video. I've been told if we get 500 likes on today's video, that guarantees a Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs. So why even jinx it? Why even worry about it? Don't make me come find you because you didn't like today's video. Like it up if you want a Super Bowl title. Again, we'll get started with today's show. The folks over at the KC Kingdom are suggesting that the Chiefs potentially make a trade for Washington Commanders wide receiver Jahan Dotson. It's no secret that Dotson looks like the odd man out in the Washington organization. They've changed things up, right? They have a new GM there. They have a new head coach in Dan Quinn, a new quarterback in Jaden Daniels. Dotson, although a former first-round pick, hasn't lived up to the build of a first-round pick to this point, but could be a guy that Brett Veach potentially looks to as a reclamation project, if you will, a chance to maybe reach his full potential at a pretty cheap cost. Greg Rosenthal of Around the NFL with NFL Network posted this within the last couple of days. The Commanders coach talk, the more I wonder if Jahan Dotson is on their week one roster, whether he's traded or even if he makes the team for that matter. Could he be potentially cut? Then, to add more fuel to the fire, Dotson was doing an interview with WAPO, with the Washington Post, and he had this to say, directly talking about Dan Quinn. DQ didn't draft me. Each and every year in your profession, you got to prove it. You got to prove what you're worth and what you're capable of doing. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So, we'll dive a little further here in just a second, but this is intriguing. All of a sudden, you're telling me that a player of the caliber of Jahan Dotson, who, granted, has not been in a very good offense. I understand that he hasn't played great his first two seasons, but he hasn't been put in a position to succeed much either, potentially could be available. You have my interest. Here's more from KC Kingdom, what they had to say about the possibility. Adding a young playmaker like this to the Chiefs receiving corps would be a massive win. Not having Brown to start the season isn't ideal. And now that it appears that Kadarius Toney's time in Kansas City may be coming to an end, Rashee Rice also have been in a lot of drama this season, so getting another pass catcher would pay major dividends. This is something to watch closely as we approach the regular season. Now, personally, I doubt that Jahan Dotson is ever going to become a superstar in the National Football League. But that's okay. He doesn't need to be a superstar for this Kansas City Chiefs team. Where he fits in is the idea of a talented young receiver on a cheap contract that could be a good fit here. And if it doesn't work, what did it really cost you? That's what fascinates me, and we'll get to the trade idea here in a moment. Here's more on Dotson, the former first-round pick out of Penn State. He's had 2 straight seasons with over 500 yards receiving, which is something that not McCole Hardman can say, not something that Kadarius Toney or Sky Moore could say. So you're already improving there. He's played in 29 career games with 26 starts. And here's the numbers that we're talking about when it comes to Jahan Dotson. His rookie season had 7 touchdowns, which I'll take anywhere. And doing it in Washington is something else. 523 yards, 35 catches. The year after that, his numbers slightly down when it came to yardage. Went from 523 to 518. His catches did go up from 35 to 49. Yards per catch went down a bit. Touchdowns went down to 4 yards after catch, went to 115. And here's what we're talking about as far as that contract goes on that rookie deal. Remember, the Chiefs have plenty of cap space. They can afford to take on a couple more players if they want to. They don't have to, but if they want to, they could easily afford this. Just $4.1 million against the cap this year for Jahan Dotson in 2024. So what could a potential trade look like? I don't think it's that much. I think you're looking at giving up about a 5th-round pick to bring in Jahan Dotson at this point. and a guy that would have an immediate impact on this Chiefs team compared to waiting on a fifth-round pick next offseason. I like the idea. I'm all in. What about you guys? Should the Chiefs trade for Jahan Dotson? Weigh in. Let us know in our pinned comment today. Type T for trade, P for pass. Let us know in the comments section below. Chiefs watch party season is alive and well here on the Chiefs Report, as we're going to be with you for the Chiefs matchup against the Chicago Bears coming up on Thursday night. You will not want to miss out on that. Of course, we're going to be live for the opener against the Baltimore Ravens as well, in addition to bringing you our daily news and rumors, our live shows every Tuesday, Q&A mailbags, breaking news, and more. It's all in one place right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Subscribe now for free. Never miss a moment. Lock us in. You'll be glad you did. The other wide receiver trade rumor that is making the rounds for Kansas City is Tennessee Titans wide receiver Treylon Burks, as Bleacher Report has named Burks as the Chiefs' top trade target before the season begins. Here's more from Alex Ballantyne. Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore, and Justin Ross are all running out of chances to prove they can do something in Kansas City. And Marquise Hollywood Brown's shoulder injury leaves it shorthanded. Treylon Burks has a lot of physical attributes that make him an intriguing prospect, but he hasn't been able to put things together on the field, and he's slipping down the pecking order in Tennessee. Personally, I am not high on Treylon Burks at all. At all. I didn't like him come out of Arkansas to begin with. And now what he's done in Tennessee is just absolutely nothing at this point. And what do I tell you all the time here, folks? The best availability is availability. And since entering 2022, this has been the biggest problem for Treylon Burks. Not only has he not been productive, but he can't stay healthy. Since entering the league in 2022, he has missed time due to injuries not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, 5 separate injuries in a 2-year stretch. You know what this sounds like to me? This sounds like Kadarius Toney 2.0. I hate to say it, but that sounds like exactly what this is when it comes to Treylon Burks. I'm almost calling him Kadarius Toney at this rate, folks. So this idea that he's this top trade target for Kansas City, that he is the guy that they need, I'm just not buying at all. I'm calling BS. What do you think? Should the Chiefs trade for Treylon Burks? Why for yes and for no? Why in the comments section, let us know what you think. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for last-minute tickets for the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets easy, so you can see your favorite teams play live. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Whether you're talking tickets to Chiefs games, Royals games, Sporting Kansas City, they got it all for you, and they have these things called super deals. When you stumble upon a super deal, you have found something, folks. Here's how it works. Choose the event you want to go to. They got the prices listed. You choose your seat. And I've done this before at Arrowhead, folks, with Game Time. You can, too. See if you like that seat or not. Get the visual. Then you're checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Use the app features listed in the Customize Your Spot, and you can customize it and figure out whether how you like it, how you want to use Game Time, if it's for you or not. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. More on Treylon Burks here, the 2022 first-round pick out of Arkansas, Woo Pig Suey. Last season, career lows in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. It was a sophomore slump for him, to say the least, last year. And we talk about him struggling to get on the football field and struggling to make an impact even when he's there. He's played in just 21 career games in his first 2 seasons with 14 starts. But the silver lining in all this is the trade wouldn't cost you a lot. This is a guy that there's a decent chance he gets cut here in a couple weeks. If you want to trade for him, or if you want to just wait till he's potentially cut and get him for nothing, you can trade for him for probably about a 7th-round pick. That's all it would take. Personally, though, I feel like Burks is a waste of time because I don't think he's going to see the field much, and the injury issues, to me, are just a major red flag. So even when he's out there and not getting much and he can't stay healthy, it's a no from me. You look at the numbers of what he's done in his career, and it has not been good. Just one touchdown in 2 seasons. You can see his catch numbers in the same amount of games, might I add you, went from 33 catches in 2022 to 16 in 2023. Went from 444 yards in 2022 to 221. His average did go up a little bit from 13.5 to 13.8, but he has certainly left a lot to be desired at this juncture for the former first-round pick. So, if you had to pick, knowing what we have presented you today, would you trade a 5th-round pick for Dotson, or would you rather trade a 7th-round pick for Burks? Which trade would you choose between these two? If it's Dotson, type JD for Jahan Dotson. If it's Treylon Burks, type TB for Treylon Burks. You know me, I'm typing JD. To me, this is an easy call between the two. Which one you going with? Type JD for Jahan Dotson. Type TB for Treylon Burks. Let us know in the comments section. Thanks for joining us here on this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Do your part to secure a Super Bowl win for your Kansas City Chiefs. We need at least 500 likes to get that Super Bowl title. Like the video. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We will see you next time right here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Have a great day. Make it a good one.